he seemed to be able to find the pocket. Meanwhile, Parker struggled a little bit, un-Parker-like, and a little inconsistent.
Jim, I have to agree with you. I think it's totally advantage Patrick Healey. He, in my opinion, has the best line of the pocket. Parker still looks like he's fishing, trying to find the right ball, the right angle, the right combination. This guy looks like he's zeroed in. And then, of course, as soon as I say that, the 4-6-7.
Talked about the importance of getting good breaks at the right time.
Well, if you're going to leave a split, obviously the best time to do that is the first frame, get it out of the way, as opposed to doing it late in the game, 8th, 9th, 10th. Really no chance of breaking that split. You just go for the count, go for the 2 pins. See what Parker has up his sleeve. Another ball change.
Obviously one of his strengths, making quick decisions, whether it's the angle, right? Sensing the change with the oil, or another ball change.
Well, he's so good, he's not afraid to make changes. He believes in his ability. Again, you know, he makes the change, he hits the pocket, he still gets 9. But it's better than not hitting the pocket. Got a half a messenger here, Jim. That Parker Bohn ball, spare ball, doesn't hook at all, uses it to throw it straight and hard.
He has become so acclimated to the camera, he knows exactly how to hold it and where to put the logo, so it's on that shot, right?
Yeah. Parker did a fundraiser, Jim, December 17th with Dikembe Mutombo for a hospital in his homeland of Africa, the Republic of Congo. Used to be known as Zaire. Parker up there doing some trick shots. There's a trick shot for you.
And a little curtsy at the end. Finally a smile.
Watch the action of the head pin going to go to the sidewall and just wreak havoc over there on the right side of the lane. About 4 pins laying on the deck.
Now another in a long line of great bowlers out of Wichita State. Dad was bowling in the league, got his son Patrick Jr. interested in bowling when this young man was just 9 years old. Dad said he taught him to never give up. Kind of a familiar theme, huh?
Yeah, it is. And, you know, Patrick Healey Jr. has a great work ethic. As you see the 2 anxious spectators. Great work ethic. Jimmy practices real hard, really works on his mental game as well as his physical game.
About the money, the $40,000. He said, you know, you'll spend the money eventually, but the title, especially that first one, that one stays with you through the years.
Exactly. You know, there's a shot he wanted to make in the first frame. Comes back and makes a great shot, throws a double.
You want an impressive club? Try joining this one.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive there. Great Earl Anthony, number 1 at 41. Mark Roth, Walter Ray Williams Jr.
Walter Ray's online at PBA.com with your thoughts on this championship match if you're logging on.
Well, excuse me, Jim, Parker's made the change to probably his 4th bowling ball or 5th bowling ball of the 2 games or the 3 games that he's bowled. Maybe he's found the right one. As you can see, this ball's got a lot more surface to it. Looks like he's sanded the track. That's the area of the ball that actually contacts or makes contact with the lane. You sand that part of the bowling ball, creates friction. Friction creates hook.
9 and 6. Mike, Paul, and Joe with a call, 8:30 Eastern Time. Come on. He's been so close, so often. You can't help but pull for him to break through eventually.
Well, you know, you got to root for him. Patrick Healey's a nice guy, family man, and you know your heart goes out to him. The guy's obviously capable of winning. He just hasn't pulled it off.
You know, I asked him too about winning. I mean, obviously he wants to prove it to himself, prove he belongs, a new perspective, and his bride Teresa. But he also said it would be special here this week because Earl Anthony spoke so highly of him when he was just an amateur.
Yeah, and to put your name on the trophy that bears Earl's name is something that's very special. see him waving that shot, Jim, waving it to hook up, hook up, hook up. Comes in light, leaves the 8-pin.
Earl Anthony was an idol to Patrick when he was growing up. Patrick talked about Earl's smoothness, another one of those adjectives and adverbs we're talking about. How much does this help the ball? Ball? Don't fail me now.
Oh, yeah, you got to talk to it. You got to talk to it. I got a great tip this week from Brian Kretzer. I was using a ball that wasn't striking. He said, go get another ball out of your bag, put it on the rack. You don't have to throw it. Just scare the ball that's not striking. Well, I got another ball. I put it on the rack, but I still use the same ball that wasn't striking. I threw a 4-bagger. You go, see, it works every time. You got to scare them. You got to talk to it. You got to scare it. You got to use body language.
The only tip I got this week was a restaurant recommendation. We went there. It was closed.
All right. Parker Bohn, all business here. Spare 3-bagger. 5th frame. What a horrible break. Pocket shot, pocket 7-10. And Patrick Healey Jr. right where he wanted him.
Doors open.
Did you feel that?
Leslie did.
That momentum shift. Wow. That's enough to take that'll take the wind out of your sails in a heartbeat.
You know, it's funny, we talk about the Bohn zone and the concentration and the focus and the killer instinct of Parker Bohn, but you talked about the fundraiser and the charity. I mean, there is a softer side.
Yeah, he does a lot of charity work. He did a fundraiser for the September 11th victims in Staten Island. You know, like we said earlier, he's booked until the end of May with exhibitions and charity events, and Parker really gives a lot of his time.
Because open heart surgery
really helps the sport of bowling.
Wow.
No 7-10 there, Jim.
After leaving the 5th open, he comes right back on a tear with a strike in the 6th.
Full-blown messenger right there.
Danny Weissman lighted up there. He won earlier this year. He's sitting next to the owners of the PBA, Mike Slade, Rob Glazer, and Chris Peters. The championship match live from just outside Seattle. Patrick Healey looking for his first career PBA title and some encouragement from the folks here. Healey with strikes in frames 2, 3, and 4, a spare in the 5th.
Headpin's going to go to the sidewall, Jim, and come back across and wipe the 7-pin out. Call that the messenger. That's like a slam dunk in basketball. That really gets a player fired up. Parker gives it the rabbit ears. Two-pin match.
Addiction can be a struggle. Supplicate with counseling is for adults with moderate to severe opioid addiction who have started treatment with a dose of oral buprenorphine or are being treated with buprenorphine. Supplicate may help you keep moving towards recovery. Supplicate continuously
Jim, you know, we talked about posting shots. Well, this young man right here can post shots with the best of them.
You know, he talks about him getting in his zone. He said it's happened many, many times. It's just never happened for him when he's been live on television. But he said he's handling the pressure a little bit differently this year. He doesn't get as angry at himself. He's a lot more accepting now. And his will is so strong that he figures if he makes a mistake in qualifying, if he loses a game, that he can overcome it.
Well, you know, he said he thinks it's part of the plan. And if he doesn't win, he doesn't win. And when he does, it'll be what it's meant to be. And right now, he's locked in. He's zeroed in. And he's doing exactly what you and I talked about at the top of the show.
Flip side is when he gets out of the zone, he wants to hit the pause button, just put everything in slow motion because he's thinking too fast, and he says, that is not me. The voice of. Thank you, Paul.
PK, our statistician, letting us know that Patrick Healey has a 12-pin lead. Parker Bohn working on a strike can cut that lead to 2.
From Seattle, Washington.
Jim, when it's breezy, swing easy, and watch how easy this swing is. Wow! Back-to-back mixers. Parker Bohn, the third, sending a message saying, I'm not going away. Just took the lead by 8. Parker Bohn working on a three-bagger. Patrick Healey Jr. working on a double.
You just have to put away the great ones, huh? Or they'll just keep coming back at you.
I remember bowling Walter Ray once on TV. I said to myself, don't give this guy an opening or he'll crush you. I was fortunate enough to not give him an opening. I won.
Oh, 17.
There's a good pitch there by Patrick Healey, leaving a soft 10. It's getting down to crunch time.
The two wives sitting side by side, Teresa rooting her husband, hopefully for win number one, and Leslie, the bride of less than a year, with the Hall of Famer Parker. Asked Patrick about the legacy of Earl Anthony, and he said, simply an icon, not a bigger name in bowling. That's why winning the Earl Anthony tournament for his first would be so special for the man on your screen.
If he wants to win, he better strike here in the 9th frame to set up the 10th frame and hope that Mr. Bohn doesn't maul through him and just keep striking. Possible 237 if he strikes out.
Get some
light on the right lane, a little heavy on the left lane. Parker Bohn sitting on the bench licking his chops. He now trails by 10. Patrick Healey does. Spare here, striking out the 10th frame out with 226. Possibility.
$20,000 for second. Of course, for Patrick Healey Jr., it's that first title that's been so elusive.
Well, Parker's in control of his own destiny. Striking out, he will shut out Patrick Healey Jr. What a huge shot, Jim!
He was not totally in the Bohn zone all through the day. He dispensed with Dennis Horan, the wild card, 216 to 202. Then Mike Devaney, 200 to 181, but found the lane, found the shot when he had to, huh?
Kept making changes, changed balls, changed angles, finally found a way to get to the 1-2 pocket consistently. Hasn't missed the pocket the whole game, needs a mark to win. Mark here, 1 pin, he's a winner.
41 on that right sleeve right there. Number of titles won by the icon, the legend, Earl Anthony. 28 will be the PBA titles that this man has captured.
Well, it's kind of ironic. He needs 1 pin, and here comes that 7 pin back out on the lane. I'm sorry, 2 pins. And here comes the 7 pin back out on the lane after him.
Has his own tournament in Latham, New York. Even won that.
Yeah.
Not a real hospitable host.
These guys won everything except the New Jersey State Lottery.
Who is now the second best left-hander of all time? Parker Bohn III. Who's the greatest left-hander? The man for whom this championship is named, Earl Anthony. We'll crown the champion. We'll come back with it.
Awesome match. Like and subscribe.